Thanks for coming tonight, and we're really excited to get this challenge underway. So we've been doing body analysis and measurements and goal setting yesterday and today, and we've got a whole heap to do on Saturday, so that's really good, ready to rock and roll for Monday. So tonight will be excellent listening to Tim. Tim has his own business called Physical Prosperity. Tim is an exercise physiologist and also a nutritionist. So he has lots of experience working with a whole range of people, so I'm sure he'll be able to cover all the different variations and questions that you will throw at him. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. And if you need to talk to Tim about anything later that's specific to you, I'm sure he'll be available for that, and he'll go through if you need to have specific appointments. So welcome, enjoy, and over to Tim.
Hello. So first of all, I've already told half the people this, but I'm going to say it again because I don't want to embarrass myself too much. I just finished a workout, so I am a little sweaty still, but I'm going to try my hardest not to sweat and embarrass myself anymore. My name is Efthymios Panagiotis Haritopoulos, and everyone calls me Tim because it's a lot easier. So thanks, Julie, for the introduction. Appreciate it. So my background is I'm an exercise physiologist. I have a master's in nutrition. I also used to be a medical missionary where we would go and help reverse disease naturally without drugs. And so that's where my passion lies. That's what I enjoy doing. Also, I was in the military, and anyway, so here we are. Okay, so you've joined the challenge. We're on an 8-week challenge. What's everyone want to do?
Lose weight.
Yeah, right on. Lose weight. So let's get straight to the point. Let's just get down to it. So how do we lose weight? How are we going to lose weight? Everyone knows what good health is. Everyone knows what's going on. I'm here to answer a lot of questions, but everyone should know what's good and what's bad. So how do we lose weight? What's the basis of losing weight?
Less energy, more energy out.
That's exactly right. So increase your energy expenditure and decrease your energy input. Yep. How easy is that these days with the amount of food that we have and the shops we have and the takeaway and all that sort of stuff? How's everyone mental fortitude for the next 8 weeks? Everyone ready to go? Yeah, okay, lovely. Yeah, lovely. All right, cool. Okay, so let's, what I wanted to do, I wanted to start off with some health principles because this is what I believe is truly the principles to health. They're really simple. Health is really simple, I believe. Obviously, there are some complex cases, but I think it's really simple. So eat healthy. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to talk about that. Stretch and exercise and be consistent. So you've got to stretch. Stretching is important. If you exercise a lot, you're going to get tight. Got to make sure you stretch. Hydrate, water. Sunlight is important. That's we've got to make sure we get that. Control and temperance. What's another word for control and temperance? Determination, just having that ability to say no to all those foods that are going on. Fresh air, rest, 6 to 8 hours per night, and then obviously 1 out of 7 days, I believe, is always a good thing. And then trust. So you've got to trust in something, whether it's a higher power or whether it's something someone's saying to you, like a great seminar like this, or your trainer. Stick to one thing and give it a go before you move on to a million other things and go, I gave that a go 1 week and then you moved on. You're not really going to be able to give anything a bit of a shot. So any questions on that before we move on? No, easy, simple. Okay, so I wanted to go through a couple of things. So I have a lot of experience with being a vegetarian. So I'm a vegetarian now. I was a vegan for 6 years, and obviously being a nutritionist, dealt with lots of other, lots of things. And I wanted to just show you guys simply. I mean, you guys, I'm sure, have more recipes than me, or maybe more. Cookbooks, or maybe, I'm not sure, whatever. I may have dug myself a bit of a hole there, but I'll just keep moving. So a healthy omelette, for example. Everyone knows what a healthy omelette is. We're going to eat some eggs. We're going to try not to put too much butter and things in there. We're going to cut down on all that sort of stuff. Why would we want to cut down on the butter? Saturated, wow, this is easy, it's too easy. Okay, great, yep. Saturated fats. What else we got? Cheese. Yep, everyone throwing cheese in their omelettes? Yep, okay, lovely, yep. So what I didn't do was, I obviously didn't put a recipe in here that is with cheese in it, but when you throw cheese in there, you're adding like 20 to 25 grams of saturated fat in like one serving, which is just absolutely crazy. As we all know, as we get older, it's a lot harder to burn fat. It's easy when you're young because your metabolism is running through the roof and you can just go, and it's easy done. But as we get older, it takes a bit of time. Do we need to go over anything with the healthy omelette? Let's be honest. No? Okay. So today what I wanted to do, we're just going to run through this, and I know that these seminars are always really about questions. It's always about one-on-one questions, about trying to figure out what you guys need the help with. So all the little questions, and I'll go through some basics on health, exercise, and nutrition from an exercise physiology point of view. So big breakfast, when you have a big breakfast and you start throwing in sausages, you can see the fat intake has gone up from, it's almost the same, yeah, okay, 24 to 25. The other one was serving 4, I believe. Oh, that doesn't look good for this. Anyway, let's move on from that. Obviously, sausages, things like that. You know, when you're eating sausages, we don't know where they come from. We don't want to have to put too much of that in. Big breakfast. Anyone have any questions on a big breakfast menu?
I have a question.
Yes.
I already eat breakfast.
Okay.
Is that a deal breaker?
Right. Okay. So is not eating breakfast a deal breaker? So when do you do exercise?
All over the shop.
All over the shop. Yep. So the principles that we want to apply, nutrition, sports nutrition principles, are that when you eat your meal, your biggest meal, you want to try and eat it around your workout. Yep. So does everyone understand the window of opportunity principle? Does everyone understand all of that stuff? Yep. Some people do, some people don't. Okay. So when we work out, we are putting our body in a state of anabolism, the same where the word anabolic steroids comes from. Yep. So when you work out and you smash yourself, let's say you do 1,000 push-ups, your body wants to replenish the tears that it's done to your pectoral muscles, right? And so it wants to grow. And what it wants to do is it's going to suck up everything, or it's going to eat all that food, it's going to absorb it real quick in that time, about a 40-minute window after your workout. Am I going too quick? Does that make sense for everyone? Yeah, cool. So that's the time when you see all the big, muscly, bulky weightlifter guys having a shake, okay? Because they're trying to get their protein into their body in a liquid form, because your body's going to absorb that quicker. So if you have a big breakfast after your workout, it's going to take 8 hours for that protein to digest, absorb, and go into your body. So you're missing that window of opportunity. So if you want the best for your workouts and you want to try and lose the most amount of weight, you want to eat that food and have that shake directly after your workout within 40 minutes. Yep. Cool. So to answer your question, when's the best time? You said you don't really have breakfast. So that means you're skipping a meal and you're having 2 big meals, or you're having 4, 5 meals, or whatever. 2 meals. Yep. So you're having two meals. So if you're having two big meals, then yeah, so be it. If you're having 3 meals, 4 meals, then so be it as well. It all comes down to who you are. How much you're moving, what you're doing, if you're staying up late, what time you're doing your workouts. So some people aren't going to have a big breakfast. They're going to have that big breakfast in the evening when they do their workout. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So you're promoting the big breakfast?
No. I'm not. So being a vegetarian, I'm obviously not promoting the big breakfast. I believe that you can get all your protein sources from vegetables.
But I mean, even with this on here,
yes.
That's just like a note of comparison between a healthy omelet and a big breakfast, because it doesn't seem like you really want to have the big breakfast.
No, so like having a big breakfast might be, say, once a week. It might be, a treat meal. That's your treat meal. You do your workout, say, so I do my workouts from Sunday to Friday, and I rest on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it gives me that time to get my workout in the morning, and then on Sunday I have a nice breakfast. I make sure that's sort of my sort of like, oh, okay, I get to have a bit of a feed, and I allow myself to do that. But I don't throw in sausages and rah 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 and all the rest of it. I've put that in there because I'm not trying to turn everyone into a vegetarian or vegan, because that probably wouldn't go down too well for everyone. Really? So we've got some vegans here. Sorry, you were saying?
If you are to go to bed at like 9 o'clock and then you don't sleep because you have little kids, so you're awake, whatever, and then you're doing your workout and you skip breakfast because you like got school run and everything, you're doing your workout like 9:30 and you're not having breakfast, but then you'll eat like within that hour after. Do you think that might be alright with the challenge, or do you think
Yeah. Okay, so.
you're too tired, you're losing energy by not eating?
Yep, so you've got a hectic lifestyle, you're taking care of kids, and then you do your workout at 9 o'clock. My advice would be to have some type of a protein shake or some type of a shake. I don't really promote protein shakes either. I don't do protein shakes, but you have some type of liquid form protein, milk, almond milk, whatever it is, and have your shake within 20 to 40 minutes of your workout, and then have your meal within an hour of your workout, and you'll get the best results. And then also from a sports nutritional point of view, you would probably want to have another meal about another 90 minutes to 2 hours after that other one. If you can do that and space your meals more around that time, you'd be doing good for yourself. And then so obviously if you do your workouts at 4 o'clock, you do the same thing as well. You would just apply that.
You're not hungry after. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I work myself to the bone, and the last thing I feel like is eating.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I mean, like, you just want to get it.
Beer.
No. I guess the best thing to say to that is it's all about habit, isn't it? It's just getting into a habit and trying to stomach something that you're going to enjoy and that you want to eat and that you want to, I don't know, maybe you've got to find something that you really, really like. So maybe, okay, so maybe for that time you can get one of them chocolate bars that have like 30 to 40 grams of protein in one hit and be like, okay, that's my meal. At least you're eating something. At least you're getting something into your body. Okay, the big breakfast. That grabbed everyone's attention. Everyone's on it. Everyone's ready to go. So lots of protein. How much protein can our body absorb at one time? Does anyone know? 20, yeah? 20 to 30, 25 to 30. Your body's not going to be able to absorb any more than that. Literally, you're going to be overloading your kidneys and you're going to excrete it all. So people who are smashing down 7 steaks at a barbecue, literally you're just overloading your body and your body's just getting rid of things. Not good at all. Which can lead us on to lots of different diets. The keto diet, the Atkins diet, all these types of things, which obviously I don't believe is a good thing. Let's move on.
Short term for keto, stuff like that now, hey?
So keto is great. So as a nutritionist, I know that keto works amazing for people who have diabetes for a small period of time, because you're cutting out short periods of time. You overload your kidneys for too long, and you're going to do your body some massive damage. They already done this 40 years ago when they had the Atkins diet, and many people had many problems after that. And I believe that in years to come, people who are hardcore keto types peoples, there'll be some kidney problems. Yeah, there'll be some dramas.
Being a vegetarian myself, there's a few recipes in here that are meat-based. There are some of them that I can swap out things for, but obviously the protein and everything's going to be different.
Yep.
Should I just aim for about 20 grams? Was it 20 grams that you're talking about?
Yep, 20 grams to 25 grams, female, small female, 20 to 25 grams would be plenty. So for each meal, protein. So let's slow down a bit and go from there. So 10 years ago, protein used to say, so for every kilo that you weigh, you are supposed to ingest 1.6 grams of protein. So you weigh 100 kilos, you're eating 160 grams of protein. Yep, per day. To maintain that weight, that was the maintaining value, 1.6 to every kilogram. Now it's almost half of that. 10 to 15 years later, they're realizing that we don't need that much protein, that your body stores your incomplete proteins and completes them, with all the other foods that we have. And so the values for recommended daily intake of protein has drastically reduced, and they know that because for health reasons. So once again, too much protein, it's not a good thing. The bodybuilders will tell you opposite to that, we see how many of the bodybuilders just pass away at the age of 50 or have serious dramas. So, Am I going too fast, too slow? Am I skipping things? Am I jumping all over the show? Everything all right? Okay, lovely. Okay, big breakfast. Yeah, all right, rolling. So that's a lot of protein there. What I wanted to do, so quinoa pearl breakfast, so something different. So you've got your quinoa, a different form of grain. You still got your protein in there. You're getting 11 grams of protein. If you put, say, for example, normal milk in there, you would increase your protein drastically, like that. So normal milk is 4% fat, and then I think it's the same for I forget off the top of my head. I apologise. But yeah, lots of protein in milk. So for every 100 grams, you've got about 4 grams of protein, which is heaps. 300 milliliters of milk, and you've got 12 grams of protein already right there. So that's just like heaps of protein.
Does it make a difference for the sugar that's in it, or no?
Well, yeah, I guess.
250 grams is about 12 or 13 grams of sugar.
Yep. So that's something that you want to cut down on as well. Let's be honest.
Is almond milk high in protein?
Almond milk is about 0.8 grams of protein per 100 mils, I believe. Obviously, a lot.
Higher.
What was that?
Hemp milk.
Hemp, yeah, okay. I've never actually looked at hemp milk. I know soy and rice and almond, but yeah, hemp milk is so sugars. If we want to lose weight, we're trying to cut down on the amount of calories that you're putting into your body. Yep. So we know that sugar, obviously, lots of calories, lots of energy. Alcohol, lots of calories. So alcohol is the most dense form of food ingestible. Yep, I think it's 37 kilojoules per gram, and fat is 36 kilojoules per gram. So it's more than fat. Okay, so just. No, that's no sugar. That's no sugar. That's alcohol. Alcohol is highly dense in energy. Yeah. And then you throw in sugar, and you've got drama. You got dramas. You got dramas with energy anyway. Yeah. So. Right. Yep. So if it was a vodka lime soda, which means that you would have vodka in it. So how much is a nip? Like 30 mils or something? So off the top of my head, I wouldn't know what it is, but yeah, you work that out for that bit of vodka. So that's 37 kilojoules for every gram. So every milliliter of, I believe, of alcohol, of a bit of alcohol. And then whether you're having lemon lime or whatever it's in there, if you're having like a soft drink, you've got your soda. Soda, right, with you. Soda, and then lime, with you. Yeah, so okay, so you're cutting down a fair bit there on your sugars and things like that. Yep.
But it is a low carb.
Yep. So basically every meal that you have, you want to be looking at everything that you're putting into anything. So what are you having for breakfast? What are you having? Are you having a coffee? What type of coffee are you having? Are you having tea? Are you putting milk in it? What are you having for lunch? Are you having snacks? Are you having, what's for dinner? What did you sneak in between when you went to the shop? What's for dessert? All these things. It's really, really important. And no one's ever lost weight by just being like, oh yeah, I'll eat whatever I want type thing. Not truly and honestly being able to lose weight. You've really got to, take control of your diet. The best thing to do is just limit what comes into your house. And yeah, if you obviously family, you've got to be able to throw down the gauntlet and say, right, I'm not allowing this into my house. No more of this for 8 weeks or whatever, and and say that's it. And peanut butter and chocolate. Okay. No more. Okay. So So if you wanted a peanut butter and chocolate, what is it like? You're doing it like putting it together.
We just really like it.
Okay, sure.
So I found the best way is just not have it.
Yep.
You know, if it's there, you're going to eat it.
Yep.
You know, because you go, I'll just sneak 1 tablespoon of that, and
Yep.
then fall back. You go, here we go.
Yep.
So yeah, that works for me anyway. Just not having it.
Okay. I've been told not to say this to people, but I think I should. And that is that if you're ever going to have a snack meal, do it around your workout, because that's the time when your body is going to absorb it. If you're going to have a chocolate, if you're going to have a peanut butter chocolate thingy, then just peanut butter, yeah. So have that.
Sorry, if you factor that into your macros and your calories for the day,
Yep.
then and you're sort of sticking within that, then it should be. I mean, it's not ideal. You should try and pick something, but if you needed it, as long as you're factoring it into your calories, that should be all right.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. So they average 2,000 calories. Say for people who want to lose weight or women who want to lose weight, depending on how heavy you are, how big you are, how tall you are. 2,000 calories to 2,500 calories per day. So obviously you've got to factor that in if you want to cut down. So yeah, does that?
Because I was looking up and it was kind of like people were saying, because everyone's on the macro thing at the moment. So if you're making sure that you're having that 20, is it 20, 20, 10 or something?
30, 35, 35.
Or something like that.
30%.
Sort of factoring that in throughout the day and having, your set amount of calories. I think you can get a calculator as well to determine, what you should and shouldn't have depending on your weight and your height.
Yep.
Then people are noticing, or they're saying that they're noticing that change within their body shape too.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What can we do to change our body type? What can we do to change our phenotype, the way we look? Thanks. All right, cool. What are the only things we can do to our body to literally change the way you look?
Diet and exercise.
Diet and exercise, yep. What are we actually doing to our body but?
Reducing the fat on our body, increasing the muscle mass.
That's it, yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's literally only a couple things you can do, which is put on muscle or lose muscle, or put on fat and lose fat. That's pretty much it, apart from your glowing skin and the beautiful hair and all the rest of it and all these things. But that's so if you think about it from that point of view, you're trying to reduce your amount of fat intake, you're trying to reduce the amount of sugars and carbohydrates that are going to be stored as fat, and you're trying to put the correct amount of protein into your body for your type, and make sure you work out and then feed that body with the right amount of proteins at the right time to build that muscle. Does that sound? It's as simple as it can be. It's that simple. So if you want to build your pectoral muscle, you're going to do 1,000 push-ups, and then you're going to have some protein after that, and you kind of try and cut down on the amount of fat that you have, and make sure you fuel your body enough so you're not eating into that protein enough before we start getting too complex. So you still got to have some carbohydrates, so your body's not going to use up all the proteins as energy, but you're trying not to have too much where you're overloading. Is that okay? Are we okay?
When it comes to peanut butter, if it's like 100% peanuts or say avocado, do you think that's okay? Like how often, if we're doing this challenge, like if we're still introducing the good fats, because I know you've got salmon on there, but I'm not eating salmon.
Yep.
So I can still introduce those other good fats like peanut butter or avocado, or do you think like cutting that stuff completely?
I always believe that good fats, avocado, nuts, is very, very beneficial for your body. I would never cut those things out. I would always cut out the processed type foods, breads, pastas, all the other processed type foods that you can get before I would cut out any type of vegetable. That's what I would do.
And then the best time you said to eat those fats is just like after the workout, like when can you use it the best?
Yep, definitely. Fats and proteins around your workout. That will fuel your body in a really good way. Empty carbs, processed foods. Just get rid of the processed foods. Just seriously just get rid of it. If it doesn't come from a tree, don't eat it. Yep. So bread, I haven't seen a bread tree in a while. Don't eat that. Pasta, just eat rice. Like I would eat rice instead. Vegetables, fats from avocado, nuts.
With the rice though, you would obviously opt for a brown rice over a white rice?
Definitely. Yep, brown rice because it's got some nutrients in it. Long grain brown rice is going to be more healthy for you than a white. Definitely.
The white rice still better for you than a loaf of bread?
Yes, white. Yes, white.
If there was no brown rice in the house?
Yes. I think that eating rice, brown rice, white rice would be better than eating a loaf of bread, I believe. You've got inflammation when you're eating bread. You've got water retention. You've got inflammatories in your body that most people probably don't even know is what's going on in their body, and they're going to attribute it to something else and just be like, oh yeah, but I've eaten bread all the time. I never have a problem, and they probably don't really know what's happening in their body.
What about like your mountain bread, like your wrap tongue?
Yeah.
Not a fan of that either? Or?
This is just me personally. Like, maybe I'm a bit too extreme with things, but I do believe that wholemeal, non-GMO type breads, sourdough, things like that, and those types of organic type breads are going to be better. Yes. Yep. Wraps are great. You can get your low GI, low carbohydrate type wraps, and that's excellent. Yep. I love bread too, but that's why I don't buy it, because if I do, I just smash it down and I just so.
How do you feel about working out on an empty stomach?
Yep. I work out on an empty stomach just because that's how I've always done it. I think it's a good idea. What's going to happen when we work out on an empty stomach? What's the bad part of that? What's going to happen? We're going to fatigue. Yeah, fatigue. What else? Muscle-wise. What's that? Sorry.
Digest your milk.
Yeah. You're gonna break down some of your proteins in your body, depending on how hard you're going. Most of us do have a bit of fat to use before we're going to use the proteins in our body, but we are still going to break down some proteins which we don't want to do. We're trying to build up that muscle. So working out on an empty stomach, I would say if you're worried about muscle breakdown, then you can just fill your body with something simple, a bit of energy like some peanut butter,
How long does it take to go through your glycogen?
So your glycogen stores, so we all have glycogen stores in our muscles. So everyone has glycogen in our organs, in our muscles, and we use that we use that up. So for us to, we just heard a noise, boom, oh, what happened? So for us to do that, we're using glycogen. That's from the stored glycogen in our muscles, and that's from an anaerobic point of view, because we didn't use any oxygen. But when you're running and you're using up all your oxygen in your body, you've used up the glycogen, and then you're starting to burn into fat. So glycogen stores is very important for being able to prolong your workout. So that's why you see, once again, bodybuilders walking around with a coloured type of drink in their hand, and that's like amino acids or energy drink and things like that, because they don't want their body to be wasting away of their muscles. So you could simply do that with some peanut butter, or you could do it with what's a healthy drink? I don't know. You can, just like an orange juice or something. You know what I mean? You're going to have energy that's going to be used up and quickly converted and to be used. For people, for example, who are doing long distance running, they load up their carbs the night before or the week before they go into something. So they're stored, they're fully bombed up and ready to go for 6 or 8 hours of running around. So yeah. So.
What are you going to use, fat before protein though?
So what are you going to use fat? Depends how you exercise. So if you're doing anaerobic workouts, so anaerobic workouts is when you're not using oxygen. So let's say like fast explosive type things, you're going to be burning into your fat stores. You're going to be burning into you're going to burn muscle if you're not having got glycogen stored up. Yeah. So yeah. Does that answer that question? Oh, your question was about exercising on an empty stomach.
But further to Mary's question, so
Yep.
how quickly would it take you to burn through your glycogen stores?
Okay. How quickly would it take? It depends on how big your muscles are. So the bigger your muscles are, the more glycogen you hold, and therefore the longer you're able to prolong a workout out for, and that's how we get stronger and progress with our workouts and be able to do more. So in the beginning, when you start doing exercise, you're not going to be able to do much. You're going to be able to do a set of 10 and you're like, I'm done, I'm over it. And then after 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to be able to do a set of 15 or 20. And that's how our body progresses. It stores more glycogen, muscles get stronger, and and that's how we progress and be able to move on more. What was I going to say around that? No, okay, I lost it. Yeah.
So, sorry, just eating before, so say like today, before my workout,
Yep.
I had an apple probably about 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So that sort of gets me through my workout. What other things would you suggest? Like I've always sort of had the apple because it's easy to eat, it's quick, it gives me the sugar, I suppose, or the
Yeah.
energy that I need.
Yep.
But what are other sort of healthier options? And it's within an hour and a half of doing a workout. So I do find that I've got the energy for it,
Yeah.
opposed to not having anything.
Yeah. Banana, any other type of fruit, berries, nuts, nuts, some raisins, like a fruit and nut type mix. That's going to give you lots of energy to fuel your workouts. That's just going from a completely vegetarian point of view, looking at that's. But I would stick to that natural sources of energy. I think that. Yeah, oats are definitely going to fill you up. Big time, give you lots of energy, a prolonged amount of energy for hours to come, 2 to 3. Many. That would fuel your workout for sure. Oats, yeah. I'm just thinking something quick.
And that's the thing. Like if I eat too much, or have, say for example, I had tuna with rice crackers, then an hour and a half later when I'm doing my workout, I feel like it repeats on me.
Yeah.
Opposed to having that banana or apple.
Yep.
Whereas that I feel like I've got something and I've got the energy to get through it, but it's not too heavy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's good. So you figured out what works for you. So whatever works for you, then keep doing that. You know, people say, oh, you know, there's too much sugar and things like this. You know, cut down on your sugar. I believe with all my heart, and I'm guessing if you thought about it too, that not many people have ever really gotten fat or obese from eating apples. Apples is never the problem, nor is fruit. It's normally all the other processed foods that we eat, and the pastas and the desserts and the rah. That's the problem. So, yeah. What was that? It's It's the apple pie with whatever. There's sugar in there. There's breads. There's the cream on top of it and everything. That's the bad stuff. That's the bad stuff. Yep. Lots of energy. You've got your fats in there. So normal yogurt, dairy is 4% fat. So that's a lot of energy in there. So if you want to cut down on sort of wanting to lose weight, I would try maybe skims, or try maybe cutting down on dairy. Nutrition is such a personal thing. Anyone who sees this or listens, there's always going to be someone who's going to say that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, you know, rah. But once again, we're trying to cut down on unwanted calories, unwanted fats, limiting the amount of energy that's going in your body and increasing your amount of energy expenditure. That's what you're trying to do. That's what you're trying to achieve. So if you can cut down on reducing your intake through, skim fat, skim milk, skim fat, skim cheeses, skim yogurts, then you're going to put less energy into your body. Yeah. I'm sure that makes sense to everyone. Yogurt before work. That would give you lots of energy. That would fuel you. That would give you protein. Yep. Why not? Yeah, give it a go. See see how much sugar's in there. See what fats are going.
Yeah. Aren't the skim ones sort of tricky in the sense that will have more sugar
Yep.
opposed to a normal Greek yogurt?
Greek yogurt. Without a doubt, you have to. Does everyone know how to read food labels? Yep, everyone knows how to go straight to the 100 ml side, go down, you read exactly what it is, percentage, boom, straight away. Sugars, if you're worried about wanting to lose weight, look at your sugars, fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. They're the things, the macros that people are worried about. They're the big ones. Just look at the carb. I would just look at the carb if you're just doing something quick, just being like, oh, how many carbs in there, or how much energy in the whole thing, and realize, oh, okay, what am I eating this for? Am I eating it for protein, or am I eating it for energy before a workout? You know, is it part of my protein intake that I'm getting for workout to build muscle, or is it just food that I'm eating because I need some energy before a workout? You know what I mean? Like, and try and think about that. Yep. All right, where were we up to? We were up to quinoa pearl breakfast. Then we got grilled salmon salad. So that's an easy one. We've got a salad, and we're throwing some salmon on the top. So
Tim, are these 4 servings?
that one says that the grilled salmon is 4. Yep, serves 4. So even that's got. That's all right.
I did just find where it is. Sorry.
It's all right. So lots of protein in there, not many carbohydrates, obviously. So that's something, let's say you did your workout in the morning, that would be a perfect meal for at night. You know what I mean? You're going to get your protein into your body, you're eating low carbohydrates, and yep.
Is there much difference between salmon and whiting?
Oh, that's good. Like as in regards to fat, protein, or?
Oh no, like I don't wish to eat salmon. Can I eat whiting?
Oh yeah. Yep. I think that there would be less fat in whiting, yes. And
More omegas in the salmon.
what's that?
The omegas are in the salmon.
There's more omegas, yep. There'd be more omegas in salmon, yep. Yes. I guess protein-wise, it would probably, I think there'd be maybe less. I'm just having a guess here. There'd be less in whiting, maybe. It probably sounds like I'm just guessing there'd be more in salmon, more omega-3s. Yeah. Yes.
But in regards to like ham,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
you can eat it. It's the same as like eating like another piece of meat. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. No, no. Ham and ham. No. So ham. We like half the time you probably don't even know if it is ham. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ham. I believe with all my heart that pig is a filthy animal. They eat anything, and therefore they've just.
Health organisation has actually remade it like custard.
Yeah.
It's like bacon, ham, anything from meat.
That's
That's not even a vegan thing. You know,
Yep.
That's who is quite conservative, and
Did it-
particularly bacon is a carcinogenic.
Did everyone hear that? No. Oh.
No, we chose not to listen.
There's okay. So pig, ham, whatever Sarah was saying that they're carcinogenics, right? So the World Health Organization has classified over 350 grams of red meat through the week is classified as a carcinogen. Every 50 grams of red meat you eat after that, you're increasing your risk of cancer. Yep. So this is the National Heart Health Foundation. That's this year. Yeah. That's yeah.
It is pretty conservative, but
Yep.
The ham and corned meat and that sort of thing have a lot of salt in them as well.
Salt, hooves. They've got hooves. They've
sodium nitrate too, and that's what is it? I think you're not supposed to have more than 50 grams per week
yeah. You want to
of pure,
yes. Yep.
which is basically like 2 pieces of pie bacon.
Lots of fat in pig. Lots of all of these other things.
Depends what they're feeding the animals too. They're not feeding,
Yep.
they're not feeding them great stuff now, especially in the grain ones.
Yep. How can they get a chicken to cost $8 down the road? Like, you know that chicken is sitting there in the battery hen, as we all know. It's sitting there. It's not moving for all of its life. It's pumped full of drugs, and then it's pumping out eggs, and then it's going to be used for its meat. Like, literally, all its toxins is still in its body. It's not going anywhere, and then everyone's eating that up. Like, it can't be good for you. And I believe that pig and that is exactly the same. There's so many tests to show that when they check the meat of a pig and they really get down into it, there's like parasites and all these things through it. It's really, really disgusting. Really disgusting. Yeah, but that's the same with a lot of meats these days, and as time goes on, because they're pumping out chickens for $8, you know that they're not healthy. They can't be healthy. There's no way in the world. So that's why when you
Growth hormones, antibiotics, you name it.
Yep, they're feeding it cheap feed, putting growth hormones in it, and that's why a organic chicken costs $20 and a chicken down the road costs $8 or whatever it costs.
I appreciate the information, but you're really dipping down on me today.
Yeah. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah. So, you know, if you look at the oldest living civilizations in the world, the people who have the least amount of disease and the healthiest living people in the world, they're always vegetarian. Yep, it's just the way it is. So No way. Come on.
Vegetarian food, but not necessarily all the time. But yeah, spinach and ricotta and
Yeah.
you can't beat it.
Oh, look, I'm Greek, okay? I'm Greek, okay? We got spanakopita there, we've got the spinach and cheese, and all of these foods are beautiful, you know, they're so nice, but if you eat them all the time, you're just filling your body, you know, lots of fat. We're clogging up our arteries with atherosclerosis. Your blood pressure is going to go up, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff we already know, so.
So back to my question earlier.
Yes.
Replacing the meat with vegetarian options.
Yep.
I guess I don't have to eat dairy to be vegetarian.
Okay, so replacing meat with a vegetarian option. So we know that, so to complete a protein, does everyone know how to complete a protein? No. Okay, complete a protein is you're going to have grains and nuts. Hold on. Pulses. Yes, thank you. Pulses and grains, and grains and nuts. So, for example, peanut butter sandwich is a complete protein. You've got a nut and a grain from the bread. If you have lentils and rice, you have a complete protein. So for vegetarians, it is a little bit harder. You can either go down the route where you're going to eat your vegetarian, chicken or in processed foods.
I wanted to cut out like the fake meats whilst doing the challenge and all that because
Yep.
that's how I used to eat pre-kids. But then with the kids, like I'm just doing the quick, the simple, the pastas, the blah blah blah. I'm like obviously not going to do that during this challenge, and that's why I'm doing this challenge to go back to my old like whole food, holistic vegetarian self.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. I would increase lentils, sort of rices, quinoas, the light ones, with not reducing your carbohydrates, and try and complete your proteins that way. Peanut butter, avocado, increase those things. As a vegetarian, you want to increase your linseed. Do you have your linseeds?
I haven't had linseeds.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll give you a little secret, okay? The best thing ever that costs the cheapest thing in the shops is linseed.
Is that also called flaxseed?
Excuse me. Flaxseed, yep, sorry, excuse me. Linseed, flaxseed, same thing. So you get a coffee grinder, and the only thing that should be put in a coffee grinder is linseeds. That's what I reckon. Yeah, terrible. So get your linseeds, grind it up, and put that into something. Put it in something. Don't heat it up because it's going to lose its properties.
So on the quinoa breakfast, like sprinkle it on top.
Yep.
What is your thoughts on smoothies then? Because that's like you can hide all the fats and stuff in there, and that might not be a good thing, but then it might be like doing any workout maybe.
Yeah. My favourite meal of the day is my smoothie meal that I have after a workout, which I just had previously. So I switch it up. I either have soy milk, rice milk, or oat milk, peanut butter, an egg, and linseed, honey, and frozen banana. And I just whiz it up, and it is amazing. It's my favourite meal of the day. It's straight after a workout, and then, yeah.
And then so with the sugars in fruit, you're okay with that as well?
Yep.
Limiting your fruit or not?
Once again, I do believe with all my heart that fruit's not the problem to putting on weight. Not many people smash down 10 apples in a day, and that we can blame the sugars on apples. It's normally all the other desserts, and yeah, that's what I believe. I mean, obviously, too much of those things you want to cut down. If you have dried fruits, then you want to cut down on your dried fruits because they have obviously more sugar, less water, less hydration. So.
But if you dry them yourself, they don't have more sugar, surely.
Oh yeah, of course. So what you're doing is you're drawing out the water, you're dehydrating it, and it's concentrating the sugar, and you're able to put 4 to 5 times the amount of what you would normally eat. So therefore, you're eating.
Grapes, 10 sultanas.
Yep. You're eating heaps more, having heaps more sugar. So that's a really easy way to increase your sugars.
Tim, do you think apps like MyFitnessPal help as well, like just working up those calories?
Oh yeah. I mean, we've got so much information. It's amazing what we can do these days. Anything we want to know, we can figure out. It's amazing. We're blessed to know all these
I find
things.
that helps. If you're saying about the smoothie with your the calories in it,
Yep.
pop it in and then add it up. And when I did my smoothie thing the other day, you'll be surprised when you add the peanut butters and the little sneaky things. It goes from 200 calories to 1,000 really quickly. Pop it in MyFitness, you go, okay, yep, I'm cool. That helps me anyway.
Is there
MyFitnessPal is a good one because it's free. It's so simple to use. And then when I don't use that, I just literally jump on Google. Most of the time it's pretty accurate. The other one, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's some really, yeah.
Belinda recommended
Can we just go back to that complete protein? Why is that important?
For vegetarians, it's important, because we're not eating the meat, so we want to get our protein into our bodies in another way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those combinations help your body absorb the protein, or?
No, combinations make up the complete protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different sorts of protein from the animal plant products.
Right. So most vegetarian plant products are incomplete proteins. So soy is a complete protein, but you have to eat a lot of it, and then so to complete a protein, as I said, so either the nuts and grains or but if you're technically it actually is easier for someone who eats meat to lose weight, technically. You know what I mean? It is harder as a vegetarian to put on muscle and to sort of keep your fat down, because you're normally carbing yourself up a bit more. If you want to grow, it sort of is hard. I remember as a vegan trying to grow for those 6 years. Oh, it takes so long to, anyway, it's hard work. And then but then there's now these days, if you want to do the protein powders, you can just go get a vegan protein pea prep.
powders are a godsend, aren't they?
So,
But then like some protein powders have sneaky things in them too, don't they?
there's sugars, there's carbs. You've got some protein powders that are 40% protein, 40% carbohydrates, sugars again, and all this stuff. So once again, you have to read your labels and check what you're doing and what you're eating. Very important.
And did you say 2,000 calories roughly?
2,000 calories may be all right for different size groups, different people. If you probably don't want to be doing that if you're, let's say, above the 100 kilos or 90 kilos or something like that. That's going to be a drastic drop, and you might collapse or something like that, because you don't have enough energy in your body. So, definitely not saying that. It definitely has to be individualized when you're doing your calories. Yeah.
How do I know? Come see you.
Yeah. Look, there's lots of different ways that you can do that. There's calculators online that you can do that, and once again, they're going to give you different values, just like the protein value. They're going to say, some people are going to say 1.6 grams of protein, some people are going to say 2,000 calories, 2,500 calories, and I think it's more about figuring out what works for you and where you're at, how much you're able to, it's got to be a little bit of, you've got to work things out yourself a little bit.
So what about this, so with the EVO, did you already have your thing, right? So on there it gives a recommendation, like whatever your goal is. So if you had, like, you put yourself in as like I did fat loss, and then if you put yourself in as an ectomorph, mesomorph, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it comes out with, like obviously you go through your weight and everything, and then it gives you what your calories range should be if you want to lose weight. Like, for you to lose the weight, because I think for a medium, it was like up to 8 calories maybe over this time, something like that. I could be wrong.
Does yours say anything on there? Does it give you a readout?
It gives me a calorie range. It gave me a protein range, carbohydrate, and fat.
There you go. Yeah, cool. Awesome.
And then
There you go. You don't need me. That's all right. That's easy. That's excellent.
your goal, like whatever you put in.
Cool. Okay. Thank you, Mary. That's excellent. All right.
Tim, sorry. I'm not a fan of salmon.
Yes.
So what's another fish alternative? Like, I like fish, but I can't stomach salmon. So it's Barra's that you want?
I look. I don't know much about fish. My rule is to eat, fish is the only meat I'll eat, and that's only when I catch it, and I haven't eaten fish in a long time. So yeah, but I don't have enough time, and that's my excuse. I don't have enough time. Okay, so I could be a good fisherman. I'm not sure. No. Look, I believe when it comes to fish, the best things, the 2 rules you should have when eating fish is that it should have scales and fins. If it has scales and fins, then it has a filtering system, and that filtering system is going to be able to get rid of its toxins and things out of its body. So that's what I believe in regards to health, longevity, and so on and so forth. Protein and all the rest of the stuff, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what the difference is between a barra and a whiting. I got no idea.
Jim, are you meaning as far as it being seafood and having fish rather than crustacean? Is that
All of it, yeah. So anything in the ocean, I believe, this is once again what I believe. So for example, but it makes sense. So if it doesn't have scales and fins, then it doesn't have a filtering system. So prawns taste amazing, right? Everyone here loves prawn. Okay. Everyone, I haven't eaten a prawn in a long time, but I know that prawns taste absolutely amazing because they're full of fat and toxins and things like that. They're the bottom feeders of the sea, and that's why people get gout whenever they eat prawns, because they've got so much toxins in them that their body doesn't know what to do and they're unable to filter them all out. Octopus, cholesterol, fat. Yeah, love it. I'm Greek. I've been on the islands of Greece and seeing a squid and an octopus being tenderized in the water there and cooking it up right there. It's amazing. Love it. Yep. Yeah, if you eat these things all the time, there's lots of cholesterol, and they just don't have a filtering system. There's lots of, it's plain and simple. Shark has fins, doesn't have scales. And then that's why shark has lots of fat, because it doesn't have a filtering system. Dugong, fat. anyway, you wouldn't eat, some people, so we know that some of the indigenous regions eat dugong, and it's supposedly amazing, but it's full of fat, yeah? So I don't know if that answers your question at all.
No, well, I just figure off
Fish, yeah, eat whatever fish you like that tastes nice, that you like. I don't think that there would be too much difference in protein from most fishes. That's a good.
More the omega-3, because I know salmon's really high in that, and that's good for muscle repair and just general well-being.
Yep.
But yeah, I was just curious to see.
Yeah.
What alternative.
Yeah, I think it comes down to what you're able to get and what's best for you and what you like and affordable and all the rest of them. Yeah.
omega-3, for example?
Yep. Look, okay, so I don't take any supplements. I believe that we can get most people here can get all the nutrients and vitamins and minerals from foods, because we're so abundant here in Australia of everything. But for those people who can't, then yeah, take a supplement. As we get older, our body has a reduced ability to absorb all those things. If you have gut problems, then you're going to have a reduced ability to absorb a lot of nutrients. If you've had some of your gut taken away, cancer or whatever, as you get older, you see this a bit sometimes. But if you're young and healthy, then your body should be able to absorb most of the nutrients. So I would focus on getting them from a natural point of view. I believe it's the best source. But yep. So I think it was not too long ago, some supplement company came out and they just apologized just off the cuff. It's like, oh, our supplements have graphite in them. Did anyone see that? Yep. Okay, there was this really popular supplement company, and it was like, and their supplements had graphite in it, like, terrible stuff in it, and they've just been like, oh yeah, sorry, oops, like, yeah. Sorry once again. Yeah, from my point of view, you're going to get all natural. That's the way I believe the best way to do it. But people who, vitamin D. There's vitamin D tablets in Australia. Crazy. Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah. vitamin D from the sun is 1,000 times stronger than the vitamin D in from a tablet. Hope we answered all your questions. Enjoy it, no worries. Iron, you've got things like iron, you've got all these other different things that are such a big drama. So I know someone who's a 91 years old, amazing man, turning 90, and he's had half of his stomach removed, and so he's sort of just not getting that absorption of iron and things, and it's just like, it's almost at the point where it's like, maybe should he have a steak, because he's been a vegetarian his whole life and he's totally fine, he's amazing, and it's just at that point, like, is it, should he do it, should he not, so I don't know why I told you that, I was just telling you that, so yeah. But,
That's something that I struggle with is iron.
iron, yep.
Like, if I'm not on iron supplements, then if I'm storing my blood, I couldn't store enough in my blood.
Yep, so as a woman, obviously you need to ensure that you're getting ample iron into your body. You want to make sure that you're not eating foods or drinking drinks that are inhibiting the absorption.
So I used to have like 3 green teas a day,
Right.
back in the day, and then like I was vegan and a woman and like all this sort of stuff. I'm like, what's happening? And then I realized that was actually like played a huge part of it.
Yep.
That was a long time ago, but I'm still struggling.
Yep, excellent. Yep, so that's right. So teas and coffees, all of that good stuff inhibit the amount of absorption of vitamins and minerals into our bodies. So, herbal tea is okay because ones without tannins and caffeine, they're okay. Yep. Green tea is full of stuff. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. It's just. Does everyone know how tea works? How plants? So plants. You've got a plant, a tea leaf, and then a cow comes along and chews the tea leaf, and the plant naturally injects out tannins and things into the plant leaf, so the animal that's eating it says, oh, that's stringent, oh, that's bitter, I don't want to eat that anymore, I'm going to go somewhere else. And that's how the world naturally works. And so what humans do is we get a plant and we cultivate the tea leaves and cut the things off on the side of it, and then that creates more caffeine, more tannins and more stringents, and then people put that in a cup and put sugar in it to make it sweeter because it's so bitter. And you're eating a food that is actually a toxin. Yep. And not only is that a toxin, but what that's doing is that's inhibiting your body's ability to absorb minerals like you were talking about, and iron and things like that. You can have good tea. Just try not to eat the green teas and the black teas and things like that. Once again, what I believe. So, yeah. Okay, chicken lettuce cups. Easy. Yep, you're making a chicken, you're making a stir-fry chicken, you're putting it in a lettuce leaf, and you're eating it, and there's less carbohydrates because you're not eating bread or a wrap or something like that, and we're cutting down on our carbohydrates. So pretty simple there, yeah. I didn't have a nutritional thing there. So obviously, if you were having a big meal, if you have finished a workout, you maybe wouldn't have your chicken. You might want to have it. You might want to have that after a meal. You might not.
Can I just ask a quick question about GI?
Yes.
So rice noodles, rice, I sort of thought they were a little bit of a no-no because they're high GI rather than a low GI. Yes or no? Or not necessarily an important factor?
It is an important factor if you're a diabetic. So then obviously you want to try and have low GI type foods because you don't want to get that insulin spike and have a hyper and so on and so forth, and then turn it into a hypo. So yes, they are very important depending on your condition and where you're at in your life. So I would suggest sticking to, and if you stick to foods that are naturally from the earth, well, actually, retract that. There are lots of food that have high GI from the earth, but try and concentrate on foods with low GI. Yeah, if that's gonna.
Generally, they are minimal processing too.
Yep.
They tend to be natural. Tend to be
Yep.
naturally low GI.
Yeah. Any questions on the amazing chicken lettuce cups?
They sound great.
Awesome. Okay, I put this one in here, Moroccan meatballs, because what you were talking about, like trying to cut down on your processed type things. So I put this in there, you know, it's got up here on the top left there, 1 can of Veggie Delight Nuttolene. Yep. Yeah, it tastes amazing. But then if you look down the bottom at the fat on the Moroccan meatballs, it's like up to 40 grams of fat, like just from a can of processed vegetarian type foods that is supposed to be good for you.
I was going to say, so does that make that Nuttolents, which I'm not putting on my shopping list anytime soon,
Yeah.
not necessarily a good product?
Yeah, that's right.
It's still processed, it's still high in fat, so it goes with all the other processed high fat things?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Cool. All right, that's good. We can move. Yeah, lentils. You can make lentil patties. You could make beans. You could make, you know, the whole range. Any type of pulses. Yep. You can throw some more nuts into your food. You're going to increase your protein there. Anytime. Tofu, once again, I'm just saying it all from trying to reduce your processed type food. So there's tofu, tempeh, there's... it's all good. Yeah, it'll be lovely. That stuff. There's millions of types of chicken breast, chicken schnitzel, vegetarian type meals. There's steaks, there's gluten steaks. Yeah.
It's like, well, you could just do it like you said. You could make it up with the lentils and the beans and whatever else, and then.
So I used to make my own seitan stuff. That, you know, you can make your own protein little balls, steaks, and it's just. But yeah, I don't do that anymore because it's full of gluten. So yeah. But anyway, yeah.
I think just go legumes personally.
Legumes, yep. You will lose weight if you cut out your processed foods, you cut down on your animal protein, animal fats, you will lose weight. You will lose weight in the first 2 weeks. So I'm sure if we went through everyone's diet here really quickly, we'd be able to cut down on breads. I'm sure everyone, okay, how can I say this? We're trying to be nice. I'm sure everyone here eats bread, yeah? Does everyone here eat bread? No? No one here? No? Okay, bread. Pastas. Yogurt. Yeah, so yogurts, fats, cheese. Yep, cheese, full of fats. And if it's not full of fat, it's full of sugar. Terrible, bad stuff. That's what I reckon. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to.
Is there any cheese that's good? So for example, if you had, like today for lunch, I had a tuna salad with 2 cubes of marinated feta that I sprinkled. And when I say cubes, I'm talking, 1.5 by 1.5.
Yeah.
Sprinkled it over. Is that really so bad?
I don't look. I'm Greek. Okay. So feta. Okay. I love feta. I love halloumi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a lot of that. Like if I ate the whole tub of feta, that's really bad.
Yes.
But if I'm taking 2 cubes out and I'm having it with the other great stuff, the snow peas, the lettuce, the...
Yep.
You were saying as
Yep.
long as it's in your range.
It can't. Yeah.
Putting that in
Yep.
your calories.
If you put that into that calorie range in there that you're working off your food, then no dramas. It's better. I believe it's better to. It's better to eat those things and be like, oh yeah, and be happy with it and be
Satisfied.
So
Yeah.
A salad, like, it's like the bag salad from Woolly Mackerel Coles, where it's got the kale and beetroot.
Yeah. Yep.
And tuna, which is veggie, but a dollop of cottage cheese on top, which is
Yep. Yep. It's going to be right. I think it's going.
balsamic glaze.
Yeah. I guess I guess I'm trying my best not to come off too militaire and be crazy all about it. If you can do that and eat a small amount of it, then yeah, sure, do it. If you can control yourself, and if you have temperance and are able to control yourself, then great, good on you.
Cottage cheese, I wouldn't sit over a jar and eat it. But a triple brie, I'd probably eat.
Yeah. If you can control yourself, then that's great. Then that's excellent. Yeah. If you can keep it within your calorie intake and protein intake and carbs and all the rest of it, good stuff. Good. Yep.
Putting the meatless balls in the oven or like frying, I guess you can fry them because of the fat.
I believe you're frying them. Yes, I believe you're baking. No, you're baking them. Yeah. You're baking them. Yeah. And a chicken fried rice. Everyone knows how to make a chicken fried rice. Yeah, lovely. Okay. What's on the back? Lamb cutlets. See how nice I am to everyone? I'm putting lamb cutlets in there.
This sounds like a family recipe.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, I think that's Italian, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways, no, this is not a family recipe.
Those cans of diced tomatoes have got a lot of sugar in.
Yeah, they can have a lot of sugar in them, and some of them are 99% diced tomatoes, and then they're all good. Yeah, some of them have sugar in them, some of them don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure. Just like anything, you can have your peanut butter that's got a whole bunch of salt in it, and then some of them which are none of it all. Yeah.
Sugar added.
Yeah.
Just reading the labels.
Yep.
I just thought all diced tomatoes have sugar in.
Yeah. I hope I didn't come off so stringent and so too much to all the other.
I think you should be like that.
Okay. Okay, great, excellent, thanks. I'll keep moving with that. Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Tomorrow morning and have a cup of tea and follow that.
Yeah.
If I eat the same thing tomorrow, am I challenging myself?
Yeah. Try. Yeah, exactly right. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to do something different.
What was the shake that you mentioned before? Flaxseed, the frozen banana, peanut butter, did you say?
Honey.
Honey and an egg.
An egg. Yep. I throw an egg in there. Yep. So throw a raw egg. Yeah. All controversial.
What's the liquid milk? Oh, you had milk.
Yep.
Sorry, do you have the soy, rice or oat?
So I use a light soy milk. Yep. I use a light organic soy milk. Yep.
Is it true that a lot of soy can alter hormones in women?
No.
No.
It's a fallacy.
It is a fallacy that was made up by the beautiful, powerful, rich dairy industry. Yeah.
It's a fallacy.
The soy, the ability of soy to change hormones and the difference of potential in soy and women's hormones is just like, it's like 1 to a 10,000. It's the different. It's just yeah.
Because I don't drink a lot of, like, if I was drinking coffee ages ago, I haven't had coffee, I reckon, for about 2 months, and it's always been black. So I went through that period of milk, normal milk, and then I didn't like that anymore, so I went to soy. I was on soy for a while and then just went to black.
Yep.
But I stopped that probably about 3 months ago now, so I don't have any coffee at all.
Good.
But if I do have a shake, I'll have the almond milk, because like the soy, I kind of relate it back to the coffee, and I kind of was like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, that's good.
Are frozen berries okay? You don't like them?
Yeah, I think frozen berries are great. Yeah. I don't think frozen berries are ever a problem. Yeah. Lamb cutlets. Excellent. Yay. Okay.
So what can I use instead of lamb cutlets?
What can you use instead of lamb cutlets? I guess you could make a processed type vegetarian meal, or you would have to make up your own type.
I could do like a cauliflower steak thing.
Yeah. Yep. You can. There's lots of types of patties that you can make up, nuts and good type fats. Yeah, there's lots of different recipes which take. Oh yeah. Yep. Mushrooms, yeah, lots of good things in there. Okay, well that's that. How do we go? What questions do we have before everyone says something bad? any?
Oh, just a question. Being a nutritionist,
Yes.
how beneficial or not good is it to do intermittent fasting?
Intermittent fasting is a great way to lose weight. Excellent benefits to intermittent fasting. Yep, go for it. Yep, do it. And then I would
Would you recommend a 16-8?
I would recommend whatever works for you, whatever you can handle and whatever you can get away with. As long as you're not going to have a hypo, as long as you don't have any conditions that are going to cause any problems. But yeah, lots of good benefits health-wise to intermittent fasting. Yes, definitely. So for those people who don't know that, intermittent fasting is exactly that. You're fasting for a period of time and you're eating for 6 hours of the day and then you're not. So I'm sure everyone knows that.
Can you do that long term?
You could if you wanted to. Yeah, no, thank you.
Dinner at 8 o'clock at night or 7 o'clock at night, and then you're not eating again until lunchtime, or you've just sat down and
Probably
just
been
fasted
doing
for
that for years,
16
yeah.
and
Not realise.
I'll have a cup of tea in the morning.
Yep.
Does that interrupt it?
Well, if it's a straight tea, then I don't think it's interrupting. It's got milk in it. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of milk. I guess it depends how devoted you are to wanting to do that. Yeah. Once.
Is milk, the issue with milk, is it just the sugar, the amount of sugar that it's got from lactose?
Well, I think I was just talking from I was looking at it from an energy point of view. You got your sugars and then your fats. A lot of energy there. Yep. So we've got to remember that milk is made for a baby calf to turn into a 300 massive animal. And then so we're drinking that. A lot of energy, a lot of energy there. Yep. So that's a great way to have something before your workout, so that's energy before you in your workout. You know, when you're having your little fast, there's some energy there. Yeah. So yeah. Any other questions? Everyone's ready. Everyone's ready to go. So to leave you on the simplest way, let's not overcomplicate things. Cut down on your empty calories. Cut down on processed foods. Fuel your body with good stuff. Eat more vegetables. Eat more food around your workout times. And get into a routine where you're working out 6 days a week. That's what I truly believe in them. Whatever works for you, whatever works for your kids, whatever works for your family, whatever that is. If it's your workout at 4 o'clock in the morning, then do it. Eat around that time and make it consistent. And yeah, don't have any excuses. Just smash yourself. You know, this gym has got everything that you need here. There is every single workout equipment here. You've got your personal trainers here. You've got everyone here who's going to be able to help you. There's so much information online. This is a great chance for you guys to come in and say, right, I want to do this. I want to reach my goal. So, yeah.
Can you just confirm again, so after you have your workout, it's within that hour and a half is the ultimate time to eat the protein? Hour and a half post-workout?
No. Shake in the first 20 to 40 minutes. get fluid into your body in the first 20 to 40 minutes. I think it's even, they're saying 20 now. So protein in a fluid form, in a drinkable form. So your body's going to ingest it and absorb it as quick as possible. Yep, so whatever that is for you, a protein shake, milk, soy milk, whatever it is. Yep. So back in the day, when I wasn't doing protein powders, soy milks, anything that was processed, I used to make my protein powders out of lentils. Protein powder, I used to drink lentils. I can't even remember what I used to do, but I used to boil lentils and then blend them up and then do something and put honey with them. I can't even remember, but I literally did that for 6 years because I didn't want to do the protein powders and rah, rah, rah. So yes, so after a workout, food in a liquid form, 20 to 40 minutes, and then after that, have your meal. Have your meal 20 minutes to 30 minutes after you drink. Give yourself 30 minutes after you drink, let your body absorb that fluid, and then have your meal. Yeah, that's the best thing. And then if you want to have another little meal, have that an hour after that and have a smaller meal. So you're sort of like a little pyramid, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of food and then coming down. Yep.
And what about a yogurt, like a liquid yogurt or something?
Yep, perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, liquid form, protein, boom, into your body, done, gone. Yep, excellent. Yep, and then start tapering out. Use your macros and go from there.
Obviously you can take your liquid protein shake and add your stuff to it to make that now both your liquid protein as well as a meal.
Yeah, yes, you can. Yeah, definitely. You could make it a meal if you really wanted to cut down on food and your calories and really go hard. Then yes, you could do that. You could have a meal replacement. As your shake, as your meal. You probably would want to have two, but you probably would want to have.
I'm like starving. If I have like a good smoothie, I'll be like starving within the hour.
Yep, because that's your body just going, just taking it all in. I don't see one being enough for either a female or a male, unless you're doing you're at your last day of bodybuilding where you're not doing, you know what I mean, and you're cutting down or something like that. I think you'd probably want to have at least one or 1.5 of those things. But yeah, great way to get in all your nutrients in a really, really good way. If that's what you choose to do, then yeah. Yep.
And the pyramid eating, in your opinion, is throughout the whole day, so don't have a big evening meal unless you are working out.
That's another interesting topic. Some people just have 2 big meals or 3 big meals and be done with it. Some people will have 6 meals and throughout the day, and obviously break it up. That's everyone's going to have a different thought process on that. What's right, what's wrong, what works for that body type, conditions, and all that sort of thing. That's I think what works for your body best is what you want to do. For longevity of life, then you want to have, it's better to have like say 2 or 3 meals, so you're actually giving your body that time to rest.
You're not including snacks. Is snacks a meal in your opinion?
Snacks are not a meal, but it's a time when your body is going to be absorbing and doing, and the blood and nutrients is going to that part of your organs to digest all that food. So then your body.
Wanting to snack on something like what carrot sticks, hummus type situation when we're doing this challenge to keep up our energy levels.
Yep.
Or cutting out snacks and just sticking to main meals. What do you think? Again, personalised.
Yeah, I think so. I think what works for you is probably going to be best. Yep. If you can, but once again, if you can keep all those things within your calorie count, then that can work. So if you're having 1 celery stick and 1 bit of hummus.
My thing, I just need to retrain myself to eat like properly,
Yep.
because I'm just so busy and then I like reach for the wrong things, so I've just got to retrain myself to like eat proper meals, and like that's why I want to do this as well.
Yeah.
Like the whole overhaul type thing.
Yep. Yeah, well, this is a good chance. It's a good chance to do it.
Meal prep's good. I always do that on a Sunday, and that sort of keeps you on track throughout the whole day, throughout the whole week. And it doesn't give you much to sort of deviate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And especially, like, I've got 2 kids too, so it's kind of like, well, I'm sorted, and I just need to worry about them.
Definitely. Meal prep is amazing. Very important. Yep. Everyone's busy. All of us are crazy busy, and yeah. So, anything else? Come on. Throw a hard one in there. Let's go. All right. Well,
Are you doing the challenge too?
I'm not doing the challenge, but I can start now or today if you want. Hey, maybe I should. I'll
Suffering, you're suffering.
Yeah, no, okay. I'll do it. I changed up some things in my diet recently in the last 4 to 5 weeks, and it was good. But yeah, I'm happy to do another one. I'll do it with you. Yeah, sure. Let's start. What are we? When's the start day? Today? Tomorrow? Monday. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do it with you. Sure. Excellent. Okay.
Get your scan and your weight measurements.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, look, hey, seriously, honestly, it is hard. It is hard to lose. I know how hard it is to lose weight. It's not easy. It's not easy. You have to be motivated. You have to be organised. To just eat whatever you want and think it's going to be okay. Like, I work out 6 days a week. I eat healthy. And it's still a little.
Get older too.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not
I
easy.
used to hear that and think, oh yeah, but yeah.
What is your thoughts on like a cheat meal? Blah, blah, blah.
So a cheat meal for me is, for example, for myself being a vegetarian, a cheat meal for me is getting corn chips and like having like avocado beans and like literally just eating corn chips and having that is just like, oh yes, this is so amazing. Like I'm just like, yeah, salsa and like that's like it. So I actually had that on Sunday.
Guacamole.
Yeah.
Lucky we started
So it's
Monday.
every Sunday for one meal, like snack meal thing. Is it best to just completely stop that through this challenge, wait till the end, or do you think it's healthier and better for your mental health to maybe like do it once a week or once every second week?
Yep. Whatever works for you. Whatever you can do. If you can have.
You're going to go off the rails, have a cheat meal and...
Yep. If you can do one meal, if you can literally go out and have one meal and it be an awesome cheat meal and you're going to love it and it's just going to be like, that's going to get me through till next week, then do it.
I said it does help. Once a
Yeah.
week,
Meant to.
Like it's almost like a reward to
But
yourself.
make it good.
But not crazy.
Naughty good. I mean, like, just like you said, the corn chips
Like
and the
wholesome.
salsa
Yeah.
and the guac, like homemade.
I literally hadn't had like corn chips or anything like that for I think it was like 5 weeks since I changed everything, and yeah, it was amazing. It was lovely. It was great.
I think you do appreciate it, don't you?
Yeah. And
We constantly eating.
Yeah. Yeah. All of those things are, like you said, they're so addictive, and we want more. And then after you have one, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to just go get another bag of chips.
That's what I was meaning.
That's
like,
chocolate.
I wanted to like go back to my old eating, but I'm like sort of like addicted to these things. I'm thinking like if I try to be like more control and temperance for like the 8 weeks, maybe that'll like.
Yeah. So there you go. So maybe for you, 8 weeks of nothing. Yep.
Because I already stopped coffee because it was like causing anxiety more than anyway. Like I don't like coffee anyway for all those reasons.
Yep.
And then won't be having any alcohol. Like I just wanted to be like strict.
Yeah. Hey, do it. Yeah, do it. Do it to it. If that's what works for you, then make it happen. That's your goal. You know you can stick to that for 8 weeks. Then great. As long as you then don't go off the rails after 8 weeks, and then yeah.
And how many liters of water do you think?
How many litres of water? A safe way to drink water is 0.033 times your body weight. 0.033 times your body weight. We live in Australia, Queensland, so we're going to sweat more. Depends how much you work out, if you sweat a lot, all these things. But a good, 0.033 times your body weight is a good one. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Any other good ones? We're almost there. Almost there. Everyone pumped? Does everyone know what their meal after a workout's going to be? Smoothie? Smoothie, yep. What's it? Come on, tough question. Come on, give us another tough question before.
Okay, this is probably a bit, I don't know. I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just hungry, right? I'm just hungry all the time.
Yeah.
So, do you think it will be harder to, like, lose weight? Because, like, I don't know, like, I just find it harder to, like, stay full and, like, maybe I need to up my proteins maybe to be able to stay full longer, to, like, be
Yep.
able to lose the weight, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean?
That's a very good question. Obviously, I don't deal with that too much at this stage. So you're vegetarian, you're strict vegetarian? Yep. You don't eat any fish, you eat eggs? Yep. Yep. Do you eat lots of avocado, nuts, omega-3s, linseed, things?
I've just been like, because I said I have little kids, like we've just been doing the pastas and the breads and like all that sort of stuff because it's quick, easy, and
Yeah.
full. So it's going to be like a huge overhaul.
Yeah. Maybe you're going to have to go a little bit deeper there and see what the actual cause might be. Maybe if you cut out some of the other empty foods and fill up with some other things, that could be an answer.
Like I said, like I'm not eating the proper like square meals. I'm sort of just snacking, and then like that's what I wanted to like sit down and like have a proper meal. And then,
Yeah.
I think I know where it's like.
Yeah. It sounds like you do.
Big issue.
Yeah. Yep.
So are you recommending not to have caffeine?
I don't think I can do that in this world anymore because every time I do that, yeah, exactly right, yeah. I believe so. Caffeine cuts off 40% of the blood flow to your brain. I've said lots of things about it before. It gives you this spike, then you come down, and then you keep having more and more and more, and before you know it, you're in a haze, and you don't know.
I was just going to say, I have 8 cups of tea in the morning. As I say, I used to have 2 sugars and now I have a quarter of a teaspoon of sugar.
Yep.
And I maybe 4 days a week have a cup of coffee.
Right.
Is that really that bad?
Still doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's a good question. Is it really that bad? I don't know. I think that you're still putting some, is it bad to have, it depends what you mean by bad, you know what I mean? Like, is it bad?
It cuts off 40% of blood flow. What's blood flow to my brain?
Yeah.
While I'm drinking coffee?
So no, it actually, so over a long period of time, it changes the physiology of your body, so it's got the same chemical in it that doctors use when they're trying to actually do that, like trying to reduce blood flow. There's lots of things. I mean, why do they tell pregnant women not to drink caffeine when they're pregnant?
Oh yeah, it goes into
all my children.
babies take like 24 hours to get rid of that caffeine, like when they're in belly.
Yep.
Process that caffeine in like 24 hours and then
Yeah.
and isn't it 7 hours for us or something like that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's if they're telling pregnant women to not drink coffee while they're pregnant, there must be a reason behind it.
Well, it probably passes the placental barrier and goes to the baby then.
Yeah.
But if you're not pregnant, then why can't you drink coffee?
Right. But what I'm trying to say is that there must be a reason why they would say that or why they would recommend that. Like, it's doing something to the physiology of a child. It's doing something to the physiology of the mother. That's not beneficial. So therefore,
But surely it's stimulating the fetus. And you don't want that to happen.
yeah, well, it's stimulating the fetus. It's getting it used to a drug that is, like, why does the baby need to be stimulated, while it's in the womb? Like, yeah, I don't know either. Yeah. I don't know, yeah, it's just something to think about, just a different way of looking at things. We hear the same, I'm sure everyone hears the same thing all the time, so I'm just throwing in something different to throw a spanner in the works. So, yeah, so.
Probably a little bit of everything in
No,
Everything in moderation.
They say everything in moderation.
Yeah,
Even
surely.
some of the longevity studies have said a little bit is okay.
Yeah.
It's when I think in the West we tend to think more is better.
Yeah,
And we all
yeah.
go a bit crazy with it. Because we do have it, don't we? We have all this stuff available. Whereas back in the day they probably wouldn't have had access to, 10 cups of tea.
Yeah.
They could have just got one. We tend to sort of overdo things.
Overindulge.
Yeah.
We do, that's why we're all doing
That's what we're here.
Yeah.
Chocolate and peanut butter, I'm telling you people.
All right, well, thank you everyone. Thank you.